guys, how's it going? Welcome to part 2 of the Toy Hauler RV trailer build. So I brought my slash out because I need to size things up to know where I'm going to put my wall. And I've got my wall going to be set at about 25 inches. So we're taking up, I don't know, just a little tiny bit past the half mark because of the slash, and I need a little bit of bumper space here, you know what I mean? And so it's going to be pretty, close, you know, no problem there. So by the time you back this out a bit, you know, you've got a little bit of play space, which is fine. Now I'm going to shop around and see if I can find some, you know, kids' toys, toolboxes and tools and stuff like that, because I want to put that sort of thing in the back, right? Anyway, so our living space is pretty close to half. We're going to end up here with a living space of, make sure that's at the edge. We got 18 inches and by 21. So 18 by 21 for a living space. And in that area, I have to be able to get in a kitchen, a bathroom, a bedroom, and living room area. And living room and kitchen are usually combined anyway, so you know, we'll have our kitchen at this end here, which is kind of the norm, unless you have a trailer where it's on the other side, right? Which I've seen either way. Bedroom area is going to be up in here. Bathroom will probably be down in here, kind of like the normal setup of a real RV trailer, right? And so anyways, I got space, and this is scale stuff for scale sizing as best as it gets for scale for what I've done. But I think it's going to be okay. And there's a lot of width on either side of the slash too, which is going to be awesome, because that means that I don't always have to have the slash in here either. I can have my 2 sleds in there, or I can have my rustler, or whatever. I've got an HSP monster truck I could park inside, you know, type of thing. So it gives me access to a variety of different things. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, go check it out, and you'll get the gist of what's all going on here. But just as a little bit of a recap, I'm building this for our Powassan Christmas of Lights parade, I guess they call it. It's a winter thing, but I still got to go to Home Hardware, which I'll probably do today because I got to go into Powassan anyway. Main part of Powassan, I'm outskirts, you know, I'm in the country. And anyway, so I want to check out the caster wheels I want. And I'm looking at probably 6-inch, you know, for the wheels. And they're locker style, so they don't swivel. Anyways, I got to build the frame today, the main skeletal structure. And then when I get the money, I buy my wall board. And this is the wall board. This thin little stuff that's actually used as roofs for your ceilings. And anyways, I'm going to be using it all the way around, but you can use this too as regular walls. And so it'll go kind of like this. So the interior is going to look like that. That'll be your interior coloring. And I mean, you can paint over top of this stuff and change any color you want, you know. It's up to you how you want to do things. But anyways, so I gotta get 2 sheets of that stuff, and so I gotta wait, because they're about $32 a sheet, roughly. And anyway, so I'll need exactly 2 sheets, and I'll have some scraps left over when I'm done. But anyway, so far it's looking pretty good. You're not going to see any of this framing stuff, because when I put the wall boards up, it's going to cover. Now, I'm going to be going reverse with this because I want to paint this side, okay? I don't want to paint this side. I want my interior white, but I want to do something different on the outside and have durability. So I don't want to chance this stuff getting wet and pulling up, you know, because this is just, I don't know what kind of covering you'd call it over the wood, but anyway, so I'm going to be doing it this way, and then I'm going to paint the entire outside of the trailer. I don't know what color yet. You know, I mean, commonly trailers are white. But I've seen some pretty interesting ones lately too at work. So there's more than just white in this world, and even from the factory. But and no, I am not going to paint it camo. So don't ask about camo. I'm not going camo with this. But anyway, that's where we're at. Stay tuned to this video. It'll be instant for you as soon as I have the main skeletal structure built for the framing, for all the walls and that. I'll, you know, we'll go snap our fingers like magic. And so anyways, stick around. Okay guys, figured I'd do this a little bit earlier just because I want to show you some extra steps. Anyway, so I've got the uprights now done as far as the ends go. You have to leave enough space that you can get your uprights mounted in. Whether you screw them in this way or you come up from the bottom, doesn't matter, you got to get them in there, right? And then of course we're going to do the cross piece next, and then of course the lengths, and make our frame. And then I've got some other joisting I got to put across there, including I got to make a joist to hopefully get exactly the same spot as the divider. Now this is the front end of the trailer here, shorter section of course, and this is the back end, and where the slash is going to go. So at 25 inches, the slash gets 25 inches from this side back, and then of course, you know, whatever other stuff I want to put in there other than a slash at some point. But this gives you a little bit better visual too of the actual living space area now that this is all screwed in place and framed in for here. And once I get these put in for the uprights, I've got to put a piece across here in between them, which makes things that much more rigid, okay? Because you got to make this thing as strong as possible. Now I went with 14 7/8 for the length, for the height, okay? And by the time you get that figured out with your leftovers down below, and of course you still got a roof to go on this thing yet, right? But we're at 17, so, and you figure 2x2 isn't quite 2 inches, but you know, just roughing it off, by the time you get the roof on there and framed in, you're going to be looking at about 18 and a half. Now that's from the very bottom of the trailer frame to the top of the framing of the roof. And of course the roof is going to sit a little bit, just a tiny bit higher than that, because it's going to be a rounded or semi-rounded roof. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good, and I've got more than enough material to finish the framing off, so that's good. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Now I'll you know, stay tuned to this video. Don't go away. It's going to be instant for you, and once I get most of the rest of this main framing put in, I'll show you that next stage too, and we'll just continue on. Instant for you. Hey guys, welcome back. So as you can see, we're making some pretty kick-butt progress here. So I brought the slash back out, size things up a little bit, give you a pretty good idea on how things are going to go. So I got a piece of that scrap wall boarding stuff, and or ceiling board. But anyway, I've got front and backs attached. So I'm going to have to dig through the pile of scrap and see if we got some stringers, one-piecers that are going to be long enough to go from this end to this end on either side. And I don't think I'm going to need one middle one at least. Because I also got to attach a bar, I got to put a support from here straight up. So this way, if the slash happens to go in a little bit too fast, it's not going to bust through the wall panel and into the living area. It's going to get stopped by that 2x2. But, and I got to figure out where I'm going to cut my doorway, but I can't do that until I get these stringers in place and do a few measurements and figure it out, because I want to frame in the doorway first and then cut out the piece of 2x2 that's going to have to come out of there for the doorway. But lots of progress. It's going well. Anyways, this is going to be the end of part 2 because I'm at a bit of a standstill right now. But anyways, we will continue on, and as soon as I get some more wood going to get more stuff done here, we'll continue on. So thanks for watching this one, and stay tuned for part 3. If you haven't seen part 1, go check out part 1 as well. And just before we go, though, I'm going to give you a little bit better visual here of what's going on. Let me just get some junk out of the way. Too much junk in here. So there you go. That's the toy hauler area. So there will be a back gate that's going to come up to the back end of this, all flush on the outside. And it'll be up high enough that hopefully where I hinge it will be just at the right spot to make a perfect ramp for going up and down smoothly. And it gives the Slash a little bit of playroom here and there, which is good. You know, and like I said, I can put smaller scale machines in here and, you know, be a blast, you know. It's pretty cool. And that will be like a separator wall piece. You know, okay, this is the same material I'm going to use. And but I got to frame everything in here so I can, you know, make it good and attach everything proper. But hey, stay tuned for more. And thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.